Welcome to the DCEU podcast. Today we have a very special guest. You all know him as Film Gob. Some of you know him as Shaker. And he's here to give his insight on the DC universe and other film news. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for those of you who don't know?
For those of them who don't know who I'm Film Gob.
Yeah.
I'm here on YouTube, like everyone else, wanting to give their opinions on the DC or the Marvel or the film news. I've been doing this for 3 years?
Just about.
And well, I kind of started my account 2015. Kind of started regularly uploading videos around about 2016, January 2016, and since then, so it's been like 2-3 years. For a lot of people, I don't know if how much of your audience knows me, but I'm known for different things. Like some people, they love what I do when it comes to like edits and mashups. Some people prefer if I just kind of talk about movies, anything about movies, kind of longer videos.
I love it all. I love it all. I watch it all.
So I'm always trying to. I'm kind of. It's kind of split on what kind of content I want to do. Recently, I've been kind of concentrating on kind of mainly news stuff and kind of keeping it consistent because I know YouTube has been kind of messing about with algorithms and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it's been hurting my channel quite a bit.
Yeah, I've been noticing view drops in videos. If I don't get it out the day the news comes out, like the hour the news comes out, you get a huge drop in views. But yeah.
And I know there's like the whole thing with the unsub, if someone subscribes to your channel and then the YouTube unsubscribes them or someone else and claims it's inactive accounts and things like that. So it's I think my account has been doing well over the past few days. So I think things should be back to normal. But I see other YouTubers are now complaining about it. So
yeah,
maybe it's their turn.
My channel's not big enough to really notice. I haven't noticed any subscriber drops. Yeah, your channel is definitely bigger than mine, so this is definitely a big help for me.
And it's like people say, "Oh, yeah, you've probably got your own kind of haters."
Oh yeah, there's always 2 dislikes every video.
And automatically, they're like, "Oh, you're only." That's why you've only got 1,000 subscribers. That's why you've only got 5,000 subscribers. That's why you've only got 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So it's always constant garbage from those people. But just keep doing what you're doing. I saw some of your videos, really funny.
Yeah.
Good edits, So I keep doing that.
Yeah, I try to keep my Film Gob editing humor in line,
And in this kind of like in a movie community, a movie YouTube, I don't think there have been that many people who do kind of quick edits, funny edits, or I don't know, maybe in.
You were the first person I saw do it, honestly, with the whole Collider stuff, making fun of John Campea and stuff like that. Like that was the first time I've ever seen that.
I'm trying to move away from that. It's just too much drama.
It is. But I used to be a John Campea fan, like 3 years ago.
Me too.
Yeah. And I just noticed he was just saying things just to, please people. He wasn't really meaning anything he's saying. And once that idea sinks in, everything he says just sounds fake. And I couldn't take it anymore.
Like you go back to when it was AMC Movie Talk.
Yeah, that's good.
And like we all used to enjoy it. It was like good. Good banter, it was like Schnepp was there and, Campea and others.
I would look forward to it,
I would watch it every day, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as they went on to Collider, things got worse. And for me personally, I was just like, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this. I thought I'd do videos about it. And unfortunately, that's what I've been kind of stereotyped as. Film Gob, he's the guy who does those Collider videos, as Christine Harloff would say.
But they're just jealous. They're just jealous.
Nah.
Or embarrassed, one or the other.
I've seen Collider. They've been kind of ganging up on John Campea recently.
Oh, what did he say? What did he say?
Well, I think Harloff, he was kind of he was interviewing, what's her name, Clark Wilf, and she was talking about when she got fired from Campia the first time, and they just kind of really openly talking about how John Campia treated her. So I'm just kind of surprised, like, Collider is doing that.
Yeah, doesn't he own it? I thought he owned Collider.
No, he's on his own now. He's on his own channel.
Wow.
But anyway, what about you? Like, how do you feel about I know, like, the DC news has been coming out quite a bit about, Joker, Birds of Prey. What do you feel about that?
I'm fucking loving the Joker film, man. I fucking want that film so bad. I love Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's gonna blow it away. The makeup is like so, but I feel like it's gonna evolve throughout the movie. I don't feel like it's gonna stay like one thing. But that's the thing I'm most looking forward to after Aquaman. Because Aquaman, I'm excited for, because James Wan, I love all his horror films, and I just think he's gonna do a great job. And hopefully Zack Snyder comes back. The Lord and Savior comes back to help us.
Like, I'm 50-50 on Aquaman. I'm not sure. Like,
we haven't only seen one trailer. It's all we haven't seen.
I mean, I'm waiting for that second trailer to see, how I feel about it. But I'll still watch it regardless. I still support the DCEU. I want to see what happens next with it.
Yeah. Birds of Prey. I think I said I like Mary Elizabeth a lot as Huntress, and the other actress, I have no idea who she is. I have no idea who she was before that casting.
Yeah. Mary Elizabeth, I like. She was like my pick for maybe Batgirl. Yeah. But she's in there, so that's
she's in the Bat family
in some way. Yeah, she's in the Bat family. And the other one was it Journey Smollett Bell. Like, I know, like, a lot of people, like, who knew anything about Antje Trau, what's her name, Faora in Man of Steel? Who knew anything about her before she
came? No name. Yeah. She was awesome.
She killed it. She was awesome. I know people are saying, she's not white and blonde. Well, I mean, it's like, when I was much younger, sure, these things would like piss me off as well. But over the past maybe 10 years, you've seen the way the movie studios, they kind of change things about, and they want to target movies to an audience, so they kind of change things. You just kind of learn to accept it. I mean, she, Black Canary, she wears a wig. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not as like, they're going to make her wear a wig, or even if they don't, who cares? It's still the same kind of character. I'm sure when the first poster comes out or the first trailer, people are going to be like, "Oh shit, this is amazing."
Oh yeah, I'm still hoping we get the fishnets, but I doubt. They want to keep everything PC and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, still, again, they're changing things around. There's no Batgirl, so they've got. Not sure how Harley Quinn kind of fits into this, but we'll see.
I think with Faora, like, she was so good. People are like dying to see her again in Man of Steel 2, and I don't know what they're waiting for. Like, why not just make Man of Steel 2 right now with her and do the whole Last Son of Krypton storyline and stuff like that. I don't know if you read comics, but like that's like my favorite storyline. It's about Superman's kid, like adopted kid that he raises, but it's Faora's kid. So I mean, it would be like an awesome story, right? But
yeah. She said on Instagram she's ready to come back. She's ready to rumble. She said so.
She would be amazing as a villain.
Yeah. Super. I mean, the next. Here's the thing, though. Like they say, the bloody Hollywood report. Was it Hollywood Reporter? I think it was. Boris Kett, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Henry Cavill's exited the Superman film." It's like.
The same day they're disproven. Same day.
Exactly. Yeah. So I can understand they don't want to kind of move ahead with a Superman film just yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah.
Sometime. So let Henry Cavill do something else if he wants to.
Especially after Backlash. I mean, people lost their shit when they thought he wasn't going to be Superman. They have to realize what they have, right? I mean,
I don't see like the point of recasting him. Recasting Superman.
Yeah.
Because you've also got Ben Affleck. I think, is saying that maybe he's going to get recast. So I think people just need to calm down. And
they haven't said anything one way or the other, so we don't know anything, right?
I would say they're staying, and it's just kind of a matter of Ben getting over his issues right now, and Cavill probably just wants to do something else for now. And you've got all these movies coming out. Like I made quite a few people on Twitter have made a list of the movies that are coming out now.
Bunch,
yeah. So I'll just bring this up. So of course, next year starts with Shazam. Because if you think about it, you've got Shazam.
Yes.
Then obviously you can hear about Birds of Prey, more castings.
Yeah.
When the shooting stars, you can have leaks.
Yeah.
So that's going to everyone's going to get hyped about that. Yeah. You can have SDCC Comic Con in the summer. That's going to bring up. They're going to have loads of stuff about Joker, Wonder Woman, Birds of Prey. Those panels are going to be there.
New movies, hopefully Green Lantern. Praying for Green Lantern.
And so Joker, like you say, you're hyped for that film. The more I see of it, the more I'm really into it.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 84, completely different kind of audience, compared to the Joker, but
yeah, same decade. Yeah, it's set in the same time. It's set in the same time period, which is, odd. Do you think it's synchronized? Do you think they meant for that to happen?
No, I think they'll. I know Grace Randolph. She was like, "Oh, it'll be crazy if they don't mention each other." I was like, "Well,
not really. They're in two different areas completely, right?"
Same era, yeah, but different kind of movies. And then before you know it, it'll be the start of 2020. It'll be Birds of Prey. I would say the Batman and the Flash would come after Birds of Prey. What do you think? Or do you think it's Suicide Squad 2, Green Lantern Corps?
I would lean towards Suicide Squad. I don't know about that Flash film. It seems like it's in development hell. Those directors haven't said anything the last 6 months about it. I don't even know if they're done with a script. I don't know what's happening on that.
Yeah, because I see Kiersey Clemens, anytime they interview her, she's like, yeah, it's happening.
It's happening.
Something's happening.
It's happening slowly. Yeah, they don't know what they're going to do. They thought it was going to be Flashpoint, and they probably changed it completely. It's a completely different film now.
And I know Matt Reeves was talking about the Batman. He's talking about the duality of his psychologically, the disguise of Bruce Wayne and things like that. And I needed to do a video on it, but I might do it later. But he's getting in there. I don't know if the script's finished, but everyone was talking about Ben Affleck. He was spotted with something in his hand, possibly a script.
Yeah, the same day it was announced Matt Reeves was done with his script. So it's very coincidental.
Yeah.
But it could be anything. It could be a script for any movie, honestly. But it'd be nice if it was for Batman.
And the New Gods. Who knows what's happening with that?
She just keeps talking about politics. I go on her Twitter, she's just talking about politics, and I'm like, "Where's the New Gods movie? Focus."
At this rate, probably Kevin Feige's. He's on his the Eternals. He wants the Eternals out as soon as possible to beat DC.
Yeah, right. Just to beat them. It's the same reason they did Civil War, isn't it? Batman vs Superman is coming out. I feel like they've just been reactionary at MCU. I don't feel like they've really had a plan this whole time. I feel like they'll change it on a dime depending on what's happening. And, people just eat it up. It doesn't matter what the fuck they put out there. They'll just eat everything up.
Because, anytime, you just look at the list. I've put it up before on Twitter or in a recent video. Yeah. Anything that DC announces, they come out with a similar. You just look at the. I know I got a little bit of shit for this on Twitter, but when I said it, but you've got Warner Brothers who announced Kathy Yan, right?
Yeah.
For Birds of Prey. Mm-hmm. She's an Asian American woman, right?
Yeah.
Indie director who's never done a big budget film. So there's that. Then all of a sudden, a few months later, you've got Marvel who are like, oh, we have also got an Asian American woman who happens to be an indie director who's taking on a film called The Eternals, which is quite similar to New Gods.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. And it's
Wonder Woman was such a big hit. Yeah.
It's amazing that you were going to say something.
I was gonna say, Wonder Woman was such a big hit. Then all of a sudden, they announced the Captain Marvel movie. You know, like they had 20 movies to do a Captain Marvel movie, but now they do it all of a sudden since Wonder Woman was a big hit. It's so obvious. I don't know how nobody sees it. Like,
what did you think about the Captain Marvel trailer?
dude, I was bored out of my mind. Like, it looked like Green Lantern a little bit, but minus the space cloud. I mean, it looked like a same story. She had no expression on her face. When she punched the old lady, that was hysterical. That I thought that was the best part. But other than that, I'm not gonna watch it in theaters. I haven't seen an MCU movie in theaters for like 2 years. Just stopped going to them.
Yeah, I mean, I went on a break after Civil War, so I missed Homecoming, Doctor Strange, Guardians 2.
Yep.
And then I thought, well, I'll give Black Panther a chance. I'll give Infinity War a chance. And they were the same crap that I've seen before. And I was like, okay. And at this moment, I probably have no interest in Avengers 4 either.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like they shoot all the movies with the same fucking camera, like the same exact coloring, everything. It's so painful to watch. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not interesting to me.
They've been using that kind of whatever cameras they use, the kind of color grading. They've been using it since Captain America: First Avenger.
Yeah.
Every movie after that.
Yeah.
So kind of muddy looking, and I can't imagine people would want to watch that in 4K.
Yeah, over and over. 4K. I do not believe people rewatch these movies. I don't believe it. They might buy them, but they don't rewatch them.
Like the guy who who watched Infinity War 100 times.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Yeah. I think what he did was he booked his ticket online.
Yeah.
Right. He went. I'm not sure. I mean, this is what you can do in the UK. I'm not sure about the US, but you can book your ticket online.
Yep.
You can take the ticket, but you don't have to go and see the movie.
Yeah.
And if you have a monthly pass, you can book a ticket anytime and just take the ticket out and show it. Hey, here's a proof I've watched it. But you don't even have to go in.
Yeah.
Or you don't even pay anything extra. It's part of your monthly pass.
I mean, I want to put it past them. I wouldn't put it past anybody if they did that, right?
Yeah. The most I could watch a film is maybe 3 times or 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, some films I can watch a bunch of times, like Batman vs Superman. I've seen so many times.
Yeah, well, I mean, like in the theater, how many times could you go and watch something?
I mean, it depends. I saw Dark Knight Rises 10 times in theaters.
What?
Yeah, I fucking love Tom Hardy beating the shit out of Batman. I was like, give me more.
I thought that movie was quite a slog. I watched it like twice, and I was like, oh, I'm done.
I was too hyped at the time. I saw the trilogy event where they played all 3 back to back for the midnight premiere. And I was, me and my friends were all nerding out about it, and then I kept going like by myself. I thought it was incredible, like all the extras they had in the final fights and stuff like that. It felt like an actual like movie, like Lawrence of Arabia scale. Not some fucking like cookie cutter shit, but still, I can understand.
Not Thanos standing in front of a green screen and
exactly. I can't believe people were complaining about that. There was a part where there's this explosion that goes off and you see Dave Bautista jump towards the screen. You can totally tell it's a green screen, and it's even glowing off their backs. It's like, people don't notice that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching Dark Knight Rises, and I think I watched Dark Knight and Rises in IMAX. So yeah, it was pretty good experiences.
Oh yeah, I mean the airplane sequence. I mean, there's moments in that film that are gonna last forever because they were done for real and shit. But I mean, I definitely would rewatch it over Justice League, right? Definitely. Like until
how did you feel when you were watching Justice League the first time?
I tricked myself into liking it. I was just like, please. Green Lantern's there, yeah, for like 2 seconds, and I was like losing my mind. And then the second time I saw it, it started to sink in that this is really bad.
Yeah, the first I watched it and the film ended, and then I went outside. I was like, yeah, that was okay.
Yeah,
it was fine. But as I was coming home, I was like on public transport coming home. I just started thinking about it. I was like, this is fucking, how is that?
How is it a movie? You know, you didn't feel like it was a full movie.
I've been tricked.
Yeah. Steppenwolf was like barely a character. I feel like Zack Snyder's film would have been so much better. I mean, I feel like we're never gonna get it, but I'm still holding out hope that we will one day. But I mean, I don't know why they haven't released it by now. You know?
I think that, like, someone's mentioned it, that releasing the Snyder Cut, that would kind of undermine what they're trying to do with the upcoming
What they trying
movies.
to do, though, you know, make shitty films like.
Yeah. Or someone said that they want to take part of what Snyder did with Cyborg in the movie, but then use that for his solo film. I don't know how much truth is in that, but
they haven't even announced any plans to make a Cyborg film. So, I mean, Ray Fisher's like said he doesn't know if it's going to happen or not. So I don't know about that, and I feel like they didn't do Cyborg. Like, they took it out because it was going to be too heavy. You know, we were going to see him get in the accident. You know, we were going to see like his mother die and stuff. It was going to be a lot of heavy shit. And, you know, they just cut it out because they thought audiences can't handle it. But, you know,
that is the kind of problem with comic book movies, because, you know, I saw something today. You know the director David Cronenberg.
Oh yeah.
He said basically he doesn't do franchise films. He doesn't want to do those kind of blockbuster films because
studios fucking fuck it up every time.
Well, he's like more coming from the point that you're not a director who's being creative. You're just a traffic cop.
Yeah.
Pointing in the direction, and that he is right. It's like, you know, all these young directors who are now kind of, and this goes for DC and Marvel directors who haven't done anything like big budget or close to a big budget, but they're getting these massive comic book movies that are like $150 million, $200 million budgets. And like, what are they there for? They're just going to point and, you know, come in and talk to the actors a bit. And what is it? They don't have any of their own input in the film.
That's so true. I feel like Zack Snyder had a lot of input, though, because he was the one that was orchestrating a lot of it. So maybe that's why, I mean, his films felt very like a Zack Snyder film. You know?
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing that from the start, like with 300. I mean, obviously he was a music director before.
Yeah.
And then he's bringing his visual, like the visual style he wanted. He's bringing other people in, you know, Larry Fong and people like that. So he's like, his stylistic kind of approach, he's bringing that into his movies.
Yeah.
And he's, over time, he's been known to kind of build up. Like, he's, you know, did 300, he did Dawn of the Dead. So you can understand why big studios wanted him for Superman. I don't know why Marvel want Chloe Zhao for the Eternals. Like, I don't get what she's done. This movie called The Rider, which is getting some kind of Oscar buzz. It's about, you know, horses and stuff. I don't know.
War Horse, the sequel. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Marvel just gets directors they know are not going to really challenge what they're doing. You know, they're not going to fight back or anything. At least the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers were TV directors. They're just used to making TV episodes, and then they get these huge movies. Of course, they're not going to like say anything to fuck it up, right? They're just going to do what they're told.
I heard that they have a production company who bought a movie called Assassination Nation.
Yeah. And
it completely flopped.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Yeah, they already came out, didn't it?
In the US, yeah.
Yeah. None of my friends went to go see it, but they all are going to go see the animated film today, Hero Academia. It's in a theater locally, and that's the film they're going to go see. No other film, you know.
So Venom comes out next week.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, for here, I'm watching it on the Wednesday. I've got my ticket. I've not really seen much kind of hype for it. I've seen like 2 clips came out online. I saw who was it? Paul Shirey from JoeBlow.com. He's saying apparently the film is great.
Great.
He said that, yeah.
I'm excited for Venom. People aren't hyping it up at all. It feels like a lot of people want it to fail because then Sony's not gonna make any more movies like this. It's just gonna go all to Disney, which is sad because now they got everything.
Yeah, I mean, here in the UK, I think it's a 15 certificate, so they could get could get kind of a harder edge to the film, a little bit of violence. So, but I think they have moved away from the R rating because they want maybe Tom Holland to be part of. Well, they want this Venom to be part of the MCU universe in some way later in the future, or it's part of Spider-Man movies. So
I hope they didn't change the film that much, though. I mean, we're definitely not going to see Venom eating people on screen. That's probably not going to happen. But I hope they didn't change the story because it was too heavy. I mean, I hear that's why they changed Batman versus Superman for theaters because the themes were too dark. They got rid of the fire scene at the beginning and when they're burning the bodies. I mean, it's a little heavy. But it's stupid. I mean, if people can handle it, I don't know why they change it.
I think it's more down to the way the media, critics, bloggers, the way they kind of push this narrative that comic book films need to be light, they need to be funny.
I don't know where they're getting that from.
We don't want politics in the film. Well, they say these things for non-Marvel films.
Yeah.
But if Marvel does it in any way, they're like, oh yeah, this is
revolutionary. Yeah. This is a revelation. Infinity War, best film of the year. Has no ending. Best film of the year. God damn.
So it's very hard to kind of change this kind of narrative because it's so kind of wide and it's so. I do my best on my YouTube channel to kind of point out this kind of shit.
Yeah.
You also got these kind of websites like Rotten Tomatoes. 90% of people liked it, which is obviously not correct.
It's only 150 critics. That's it. 150 people decide for 150 million people what they're gonna see.
By the time a film has had its run and all the reviews have came out, it's like if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, the film has about 300 to 400 reviews, and most of them are UK and American, mostly American, some UK, European reviewers. And you try and tell me these 400 people are they represent the entire world. It's obviously kind of dumb. Then you've got obviously the fan ratings or the audience score, which is a little bit more believable.
Yeah, a little bit more accurate, right? Because it's 50,000 people, making reviews and stuff. What other films are you looking forward to other than Venom?
So let's see. So September's out the way now, so we're moving into October. Nothing coming out really here in the UK. After Venom, and nothing until I think it's the middle of October. There's Mandy. The Nicolas Cage kind of horror film.
Yeah.
Let's see, Bad Times at the El Royale.
I was actually that's intriguing me. I saw a trailer for that. A lot of good cast in it. I could see it.
Yeah. But this is quite a weird coincidence. So on Friday, the 19th of October, Halloween is coming out. And the new Halloween film, and on the same day, I'm actually going to see John Carpenter in concert on that exact same day. So it's going to be a pretty cool day, and nothing else for the rest of the month. So that's about it. How about you?
For October, it's probably Halloween for me. That's the one film all my friends are getting hyped for. Seeing it probably midnight and stuff, or Thursday during the day. Yeah, that's probably the one film I'm the most excited for.
Yeah. I'm not usually the original Halloween film. I'm not a huge fan of.
I mean, I own it. I like it.
I love most of John Carpenter films, but that's Halloween, the first Halloween film.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of nothing really happens, and it's all kind of that psychiatrist guy. The Doctor, he just runs everywhere, goes up to people, and he's like, "Oh, you don't understand. He's evil." And he's like, "How many scenes is that guy does? He does that. It's so annoying."
They didn't have a budget, they couldn't afford anything else.
You don't understand. His eyes are black and he's evil.
Just tell the audience about him. We don't have to show it. Just tell them. I like Season of the Witch a lot. The third Halloween.
The third Halloween, yeah, I've got that on Blu-ray because it's just weird and it's
so
very Halloween,
yeah,
very Halloweenish. The theme tune's awesome. The kids put on their mask and it kind of turns their faces to mush.
Yeah, it's pretty horrific.
But I've never seen any of the other Halloween sequels. I've seen Halloween 2, Halloween 3, but nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen all of them. They're pretty bad after Halloween 3. I mean, it doesn't really get any better. The Rob Zombie ones. I mean, I like the first one they made. I thought it was really good. But yeah, I'm hoping this new one's at least decent.
I did see the Rob Zombie first one.
I thought it was a good reinterpretation of what was already done.
Yeah, I didn't see the sequel.
It's pretty bad. It's straight to DVD, I think.
He's actually coming. The new one, Rob Zombie film, is a sequel to his Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
so I think it's coming out next year. So it's kind of on my radar. I'll definitely check it out. It's just good. His music's kind of not that great at the moment. When he first came out, like with his solo albums, he was amazing. He's done some alright albums since then, but his films are kind of hit and miss. But I do love House of 1,000 Corpses is so good.
Oh yeah, I mean, those early films he made they're fucking classics, For anybody listening to this that hasn't seen House of 1,000 Corpses, or what's the other one called? Damned.
Well, the sequel to that one was Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects.
The recent one he did was with the Spanish dwarf Nazi. Did you see that one?
I don't think I did.
No, it's called 31. It's called 31. So it was really weird. He was kind of repeating himself with some of the characters, some of the kind of effects, the visuals, very similar to Devil's Rejects and some of the other films, but I'm more looking forward to his next one.
He's probably got a comeback in him, right?
Imagine if he got Lobo.
Oh, I think that would probably fit perfectly, right? Much better than Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the rumor?
Actually, I don't mind Michael Bay, but Rob Zombie doing Lobo would be nuts.
He'd make it fucking gruesome and funny at the same time. It'd be great.
So I was asking on, I did ask on my Twitter, what do you like my followers? Who do you think? What do you think will be the next DC film by Warner Brothers that's outside of the DCEU after Joker? How about you? What do you think they could go with? Do you think it'd be Lobo? Do you think it'll be something like Batman Beyond? Well, maybe Batman Beyond's a bit too, but like special effects heavy, so it would have to be something lower budget, like doing with Joker.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they could keep doing like these rogues movies. Maybe we get a movie about Lex Luthor or something, like a new Lex Luthor or some kind of villain that we haven't really seen much of, like Penguin or something, an actual like accurate one. But yeah, I think it would work better with doing just villains, as spin-offs. Because people are gonna get confused if you do heroes in spin-offs that aren't connected. They're gonna be like, why should we care about these heroes? But villains, it's interesting no matter what, context they're in. So, I mean, they probably have better luck doing villains and stuff. But Lobo I could see, because Lobo's like Deadpool. And, he's like parodying superheroes and stuff like that. That's what I would want to see. I would want to see a villain film of some kind. Or Batman, They do a spin-off Batman Beyond, that'd be fine too, I'm not going to complain.
They could also do things like Jonah Hex, Swamp Thing, Constantine.
I mean, they tried Jonah Hex with fucking Josh Brolin. I mean, like, it should have worked, right? It should.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I'll check it out one day.
I've seen it, but I can't remember much about it.
Yeah. It seemed very generic. I mean, it could have been something good. Maybe a movie about the Spectre or something. Some obscure DC character nobody knows. Or a dead man, something.
We've not heard anything about the Steven Spielberg. Was it Blackhawks?
Yeah, Blackhawks. Yeah, I don't even know why they announced it. Why do you announce this stuff if it's like nowhere near like getting started? You know, people jumping the gun on everything. But
that is strange. Like that, he is like obviously one of the biggest directors in Hollywood. They announced it, and then since then nothing.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, I think that would probably be another Elseworld like story. It probably wouldn't tie into anything. And that's probably how Steven Spielberg would want it anyway. But hopefully it doesn't come out like Red Tails for, you know. I ever saw a George Lucas Red Tails movie.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't come out like that. Like a little bit better.
But I mean, so if it's not going to be, you know, I would imagine Swamp Thing is because they're doing a TV show. They probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Constantine, rather than doing well,
they might
maybe Justice League Dark.
Yeah, Justice League Dark. They might bring back the Constantine TV show though through this DC streaming service. I haven't really looked into it, but I have it, so I gotta like dive in and see what they got. You know.
We've not. It's not came out here in the UK just yet, so you've got it, but you've not used it much.
No, I mean, there's no really reason to get on it yet because Titans. I don't think it's started yet. You know, none of the new shows are really on there. I think the new Justice League animated show, Justice League Outsiders, Young Justice Outsiders, that's on there. So that's probably the one show I want to watch right now. But other than that, it's all stuff I've seen. Honestly, like all this DC, I've seen all this stuff. Even the Lois and Clark TV show, I've seen that. You know.
Yeah. What about the DC Daily Show? Is that not something that you want? Have you started that?
Dude, that stuff. I watched the first couple streams. Dude, I don't know why they have Hector Navarro on there. I have no idea why they have some of these guys on there. Like they have 20 people there just sitting around. Like you only need like 3 people. What is with all these? You're as somebody, you know?
Yeah. Like I don't mind Tiffany. I don't mind Brian Tong, who's really good on like he's got his own channel. He usually does technology and stuff like Apple products. He's a big Apple fan, so he does stuff like that. So I've been following him for a few years. So it was kind of surprising when I saw him pop up. But yeah, Hector Navarro is like everyone hates this guy. Yeah. Everyone hates
just some YouTuber guy. I mean, they could get anybody else, you know. Like,
yeah.
How did he get the job? Like, what do you have to do? He has dirt on somebody.
Yeah. Then you've got I can't remember her name, but she was the one talking about how the Justice League Batmobile looks like a duck face and it looks like a tank, and she doesn't like it. She was on Screen Junkies a while ago. God. So yeah, that's that. You've got Clark Wolf, who she doesn't like Man of Steel. I don't think she likes Batman v Superman.
I don't understand these people. You're a DC fan, you don't like these movies.
So I'm really not sure what they're planning over the next few months. You know,
I like how they had the Arrow guy, the Merlin, the guy who played Merlin. He was on the first couple of streams. I don't know if he's still on there, but I thought that was a really good idea because he's super charismatic and he kind of carried the whole show. And I mean, if you could just do that, bring a CW actor on like every week, that'd be cool as hell. Except Hector Navarro, you know, you get a CW actor to at least pretend like they like DC, you know.
Because he was on, you know, that channel Hyper RPG.
Yeah.
And he was on there with Bob Chipman, and this was during Comic-Con this year. And he was just ranting. Hector Navarro, he was just ranting about, DC doesn't know their own name. It says Worlds of DC, but is it DCEU? It's like
there's a fucking tagline for Comic-Con.
Yeah, he's like shitting on DC on
their show. Yeah, on the show talking about only DC.
Kind of annoying.
Dude, I am so sick of Bob Chipman. How does anybody watch his stuff? It's like my nose was bleeding 10 minutes in. He's talking so fast. I don't like who could watch this. 3 hours of him trashing BVS. I only got through like 10 minutes.
Yeah, same here. It's like he just comes with like hyperbolic garbage.
I can't believe he writes all of it down. You know, that's fucking insanity. It must be like 20,000 words.
Then his apartment got flooded, and his basement apartment. It's like probably his mother's basement. I don't know, but
how have you not got a better place to live? I mean, doesn't he have like millions of subscribers? A lot. How's he not making money off this stuff?
Anyway,
let's not talk about that. Fuck.
What is there? So much happened. I mean, did we talk about the 20th Century Fox stuff?
No.
No.
Explain what exactly has happened.
Well, so last night, I said this in my video. Like sometimes you see a headline and you have to look at it like for a while to understand what the hell has just happened.
Yeah.
And this was how I was feeling last night. So he said an untitled Deadpool movie is being released December this year, and that means Alita Battle Angel, because that's also a 20th Century Fox film, that gets moved into 2019 to Valentine's Day. That, and then because that takes over the February slot, then another Fox film, Dark Phoenix, that gets delayed as well. That's like a second delay, so that gets moved to June next year. And then also they announced Gambit for 2020. Who cares about that? But then it turns out the Deadpool film it's not a new film. It's a PG-13 cut of Deadpool 2.
They're seeing if it works. They're gonna see if this PG-13 thing works, so they can get in the MCU.
I mean, the thing is, I've been told it's only for China because China didn't release Deadpool 2, so they're doing it for just China only.
There's always problems releasing stuff in China. I mean, you have to abide by whatever their government censorship laws are. A little crazy.
Yeah. So I can kind of understand it. Here's I mentioned this in my video because I'm not sure what came first. Did they say Dark Phoenix needs a bit more work, so let's move that to June next year? Alita Battle Angel, because that's coming out in December. Obviously, you've got Aquaman, you've got Bumblebee, you've got Mary Poppins. I'm not going to watch I don't care about Mary Poppins, but
I don't understand anybody. Who cares about Mary Poppins? People are acting like this is like the biggest film ever. Are you kidding me right now?
It's part of some people's childhood, and the Disney fan base. That's them.
I fell asleep when I was a kid watching that stuff.
So you've got all that competition, so I can understand they want to move Battle Angel to February, and that's going to be their big release there. And if that was the case, right, they made these changes and then they thought to themselves, right, what do we have for December? What do we do? Or let's just put out a PG-13 Deadpool 2.
Yeah,
I could kind of understand that kind of thinking, but then again, it's quite short notice. So, do you think it was Disney who kind of said, well, you need to put out a PG-13 Deadpool 2 and screw whatever else you're doing, just move that into next year? If that was the case, I'll be like really annoyed.
I mean, I'm sure they had some say in it. Don't they own them? Don't they own 20th Century Fox right now?
Well, they will own them next year. Next year, I think that's when the deal is done. But obviously, they can still they can still influence them, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're not changing the Dark Phoenix movie. I mean, it's always a bad sign when they delay stuff, but I feel like Disney is definitely altering stuff. They want to get the X-Men into the MCU. They want to get Deadpool probably into the MCU and stuff like that. Make this gigantic.
I cannot see Deadpool in.
I can't see it either, but they're gonna try. I really feel like they will try.
And if you're Ryan Reynolds, how would you feel that this is happening?
Dude, I would leave the role. Like, if you can't make a rated R Deadpool, what's the point?
Like he put a tweet. It's like him reading a bedtime story to some guy. I was like, what? I didn't get it, but if I was him, I'd be kind of pissed off as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, Deadpool 2, I've not watched the extended version, but what I saw in the cinema, I wasn't a fan of it. I just thought it was like very try hard. it kind of shows that maybe this character isn't worth a franchise. Maybe a one-off film was great. Maybe the marketing was awesome the first time round. Maybe YouTube videos would be cool. Like shorts, that is quite good.
Yeah.
But I think he's kind of outstayed his welcome with a second movie. I don't know what you could do with a third one.
Yeah, I mean, the comic book is just making fun of comic books, so it's like, I mean, you can only do it for so long before people get tired of it. There's only so much you can do with it, and comic books like aren't for kids anyway. I mean, I think the average reader age is like 35, so they haven't been making comic books for kids for decades. It's always adult stories anyway.
I'm still kind of I wouldn't say like I wasn't a hardcore comic book reader, but my brother, he was always like the big collector. He's got like a kind of folder with like really old issues of Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, stuff like that. And he's got all his boxes up in the attic, like full boxes of so many different issues of different comics, DC, Marvel, whatever. So we used to read them together. And I have a memory of the comics that I loved, so I've kind of rebought them over the past few years. I'm kind of getting back into it. I was looking at the DC Black Label.
Yeah.
Those comics.
Batman Damn. They're not going to reprint the first issue, so it's worth like $200 right now. It's going for a lot of money.
I think it's Superman Year One with Frank Miller and John Romita Jr. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. All the Earth One books I thought were really good.
I'm just kind of rebuying stuff that, one, I remember, and two, I never got into the first time, so I'm just kind of rebuying them. But yeah, I can't really imagine teenagers today are that interested in comic books, because they've got so many distractions now. You've got social media, you've got YouTube shows, and
they're not going to read a paper book.
I'd like to see what the stats are for like digital comics as well.
Yeah. Yeah, comic sales have always been low for like the last 20 years or something. I think Batman sold 100,000 issues like last month, and that's like it. Like that's like the top 100,000 people buying a book. That's about it. It's definitely not a lot, when you compare it to like the whole world. It's not a lot of people.
I mean, you've got sports as well. Sports is a big thing, especially in the US. So I would imagine teenagers are more into that.
Oh yeah. But yeah, what else do we want to talk about here? We're not even through November yet, as far as films go.
So let me go back to my calendar, because I usually kind of put all the films that I'm watching in a calendar. I've been thinking of closing down my Facebook because it's just leaks and tracking and privacy and.
Yeah, I never really got into Facebook. I swear to God, I just got on social media within the last 2 years. I always tried to avoid it.
Like I'm on for some reason I've got an Instagram, but I don't really use it that much. I've got Facebook, I've got YouTube, but usually YouTube and Twitter. That's the two kind of places that I use, two medias that I use.
And Bureau, can't forget Bureau.
Dude, people go. The only reason people go on there is they want to see what Zack Snyder's up to.
That's all I go on there for.
They want a like or a follow from Zack Snyder. That's about it.
Yeah. Oh my God, he keeps posting Justice League images like he's still working on the film. It's crazy. He doesn't do it for any other film he's made. I don't know why he keeps talking about Justice League.
Yeah, I think he's sending a message to Warner Brothers. You fucked up, and now I'm going to piss off the fans, and they're going to come after you.
That'd be so awesome if that's what he was doing.
I would imagine he's got his version of the film on a file in his studio or in his cupboard, in his desk or somewhere.
He's probably watched it in his theater by now.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, in November, what films are coming out in November here? In Widows. Have you heard about that?
I don't think I have.
Widows.
Is that a horror film?
No, it's that's it. It's directed by Steve McQueen, who did 12 Years a Slave.
No.
It's about 4 women who
are widows.
4 widows who take on gangsters who killed their husbands, something like that. That's the story. I think Hans Zimmer is doing the score for it. So apparently is quite good.
Hey man, yeah, definitely.
Overlord, directed by.
That's the Nazi zombie one.
Yeah, Nazi zombies. So I've heard it's not. I've heard it's okay. It's not like amazing.
Yeah, saying that about Aquaman.
Then there's Fantastic Beasts 2, which I've never seen any of the Harry Potter films, so this is something I'm not.
I've seen all the main Harry Potter films. I haven't seen Fantastic Beasts at all.
I saw the trailer to it. It's like I like the kind of effects and the kind of imagination that they've got going on in it, but just the idea of people waving a wand around is kind of I don't like it. Suspiria. I've not seen the originals, but I'll check it out and then I'll watch this remake that apparently is quite good. Robin Hood.
Another Robin Hood.
Another Robin Hood film is coming out with Taron Egerton and is it Jamie Foxx?
Who's directing it? Not Ridley Scott.
Some guy called Otto Bathurst. And that's about it for November. Oh, well, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Creed 2.
Oh, Creed 2. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm a big Rocky fan.
I like most of the Rocky films. I think they should have just ended it. I think Stallone should have just kind of ended his part, but then he's back in the Creed film. I was like, why does he need to be in this?
Yeah.
So I thought Creed was okay. I thought it was alright.
I mean, certainly better than Rocky 5. Rocky 5 is always like the worst one.
So then we're into December, and we've already talked about December. So, man, have you seen the Holmes and Watson trailer?
Yeah. Well, doesn't it have Will Ferrell in it?
Will Ferrell and
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like one of those really dumb films that they do together, but there was a couple of jokes in there that I quite liked, so
yeah,
I might check it out.
I mean, I'm always a Will Ferrell fan. Yeah.
Even though it does kind of take the piss out of the Sherlock Holmes films that Robert Downey Jr. was in. I saw some jokes that was kind of mocking it.
I like those films too. I mean, I didn't think they were. Guy Ritchie did a great job. I mean, I thought his other film he made, what was it, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword? I thought that was good, man. Everybody hated it, but I thought it was good. You know?
They tried to do too much. There was like maybe 2-3 worth of films in the one film.
Yeah.
Clearly setting up.
Yeah, it was setting up another film too, Knights of the Round Table or something. You know, like so it was going to be something like that. But, you know.
Well, it was. And I enjoyed myself. I thought it was really good. A good music score as well.
Oh yeah.
Awesome score.
People are stealing that score for like video game trailers now.
Are you into kind of gamer? Are you a gamer yourself? Are you a video gamer?
Oh yeah, man. I've been playing. I just got 100% done with Spider-Man. That stuff was great. That was like the best Marvel movie I've ever seen in my life.
Do you know that made in its first 3 days, it made more profit than Spider-Man: Homecoming did in its opening weekend?
Yeah,
I've heard that. I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah, it sold more than God of War in its first day. So, I mean, a lot of people loved it. A lot of people bought it.
Yeah, I would imagine a lot of people are buying a PS4 just to play this game.
Oh yeah.
Which is nuts.
People love Spider-Man, man. They love him. I'm gonna get Red Dead too.
Red Dead. I mean, Spider-Man. I've got Spider-Man and God of War, and I've still not played them. So hopefully, the next couple of weeks, hopefully, I get to play both of the games.
Just put it on easy and beat it. His story's really good.
Yeah, and Red Dead Redemption. I'm not like a huge as much as I love Western films.
Yeah, like, you're not gonna play 50 hours of it.
Yeah, it's like I'm kind of sick of these open world, 100-hour games.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't have time for that. Like, especially Red Dead. Like, I remember playing the first one, Red Dead Redemption, and I remember playing half of it, and I was like bored, and then I just gave up. And I came back months later. I was like, I've not completed that game, so I went back to it, played it. It was okay. The ending was really good. Really surprising.
The Red Dead Redemption logo right after he shoots the guy in the river. Yeah, that's the best part.
And so it's like just as much as I love Western films, the idea of being in a Western and just kind of going anywhere and doing these things. It's a bit boring. And when I saw the trailer to this new one, I was like, it doesn't really excite me.
Well, I mean, I'm getting excited. I'm getting sick of 100-hour games too. The good thing about God of War and Spider-Man is that like you could beat those games in under 20 hours and like 100% it and get everything done if you wanted to. I mean, they don't require a lot of playing time, which I thought was great. But I'm never gonna play those games again because I already did everything in them, right? But with Red Dead, I was watching Bush Cassidy and the Sundance Kids to get ready for that. Yeah, I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to play a Western right now.
But I did love Detroit Become Human.
Oh yeah, that's a great game. I played that too. Great.
Yeah. Like every game, I think it's Quantum Dream. I think the studio, but every game they've done gets better and better. Heavy Rain was great.
Yeah. Beyond Two Souls kind of put me to sleep a little bit. Like, what the.
The thing is that game got kind of mediocre reviews, and I kind of stayed away from it. It came out on the PSD. I just played it earlier this year for the first time.
Yeah, it was free.
And it was on PS Plus. So I thought it was actually quite good. I was surprised by it. But man, Detroit Become Human was really
spectacular. It was great.
Some people calling it the game of the year. So I wouldn't disagree.
Yeah, it's not really much of a game. It's more like a movie of the year, you know. But yeah, I like all the decisions you can make and alter the story and stuff like that. It's definitely worth playing again just to do everything differently. I mean, it was a lot of fun. Yeah,
because some of the scenes in it were like I'm a huge sci-fi fan. Like that's probably not as much as I love kind of action and horror, but man, sci-fi and some scenes in this game were better than any kind of sci-fi movie I've seen in recent years.
Oh yeah,
kind of equal to it. And the graphics were great, the character designs and everything. Lance Henriksen was in it, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they got some good actors in the game.
I've got like a backlog of games. I've got games going back 3 years ago that I've still not played.
Yeah,
like, really annoying, especially when you've got YouTube. You have YouTube to do. You have films to watch. So games they kind of lower down the kind of priority for me.
Yeah, I tried live streaming some games on my channel. It's tough because people want to ask you stuff like while you're playing. I get totally lost. I'm trying to focus on the game and trying to listen to what they're saying.
I used to stream to my YouTube account, but I think I don't think YouTube likes that, especially when you're a movie kind of news channel. So I think I'll just kind of stick to Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, I might switch to Twitch too for the gaming streams and stuff like that. Just easier, and PS4 makes it easy too. I mean, it's a direct way to actually set it up and stuff like that. But yeah, video games. They don't want to hear about video games. Hear about these movies.
Kind of pretty much done all the news that came out.
Yeah.
What else is there to talk about?
I mean, are you excited for Kristen Wiig's Cheetah?
I've never watched that many movies with her in it, like movies with her, but
I saw Ghostbusters. I saw Ghostbusters.
I feel sorry for you.
It was rough.
But I would imagine she's not going to be doing like her stupid comedy. She's just going to be play it fairly straight.
She better, man. She better. I'm freaking out. I feel like she's going to destroy the movie. Like no one else is like saying like how bad this could turn out. But hopefully she does good.
But you've got Chris Pine's back, so
yeah, there you go.
You've got Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer's returning, so
where the pay's good, he'll come back and do a score here.
Because it's like weird. I'm not sure that nobody has talked about this. Because do you think Hans Zimmer did he leave the Dark Phoenix, or did he actually finish his score? Because I
thought he was still doing the score. Was he still doing score for that?
I heard that he was doing it, but then with all these kind of reshoots and delays, I'm not sure how much of his music's going to be in there. And then all of a sudden, I'm doing Wonder Woman. I'm like, okay.
I thought he would have finished it by now. I mean, they've been done with that film for like half a year, probably.
Well, I guess it's easier for you to kind of do your music and just let someone else kind of take over.
Yeah.
When it comes to the editing, so maybe he's done what he needed to do. I don't know. After Justice League, anything's possible. You know, if you flashbacks to remember when he left. Well, it was Junkie XL when he got removed and people were freaking out.
Yeah, my instinct when he left and Danny Elfman came on was like, oh fuck,
I tried to be as positive as possible because I was like, you know, I've grown up with Danny Elfman's kind of music and scores, and I thought, you know, he'll be all right. He'll do a good job.
Yeah. And then he said Batman only has one theme, and I started to freak out a little bit. It's like, motherfucker, man, come on. You get a great theme in BVS, and you don't continue it at all. It was so disappointing to not hear any of like the soundtrack from BVS. It was so disappointing.
Yeah, there was probably maybe a couple of moments where I liked the use of music in Justice League, but
the Kryptonian ship, Superman music from Man of Steel and stuff.
Yeah,
totally made the movie better. What were they thinking with that fucking film? I don't even own Justice League. I didn't even buy it. I own every DC film. I haven't bought Justice League. I own Green Lantern. Don't own Justice League.
But man, the whole story about Justice League and what do you think? How do you feel about what happened with that Diane Nelson on Twitter?
Dude, I caught on late to that because like by the time she left Twitter, like that's when I was first seeing that people were attacking her and stuff like that. I don't know what they were saying to her. Still, nobody has like gave screenshots of what people were saying. I don't know what they could have said, but
yeah, I like one person called her a snake.
A snake,
which was a little bit uncalled for. It's like, you know, don't add the person and say things like that. But from what I saw, like the response to her was, you know, it was predictable, but it wasn't like abuse. It was just people, you know, kind of fans kind of venting, calling her out, but it wasn't kind of abuse, you know. So
there has to be a reason why she was let go, or like she left. There has to be some reason. Maybe she was defending Zack Snyder. Maybe that's why she left or something. We don't know what happened.
It's hard because I can understand, you know, if you're working for Warner Brothers, and you know there was that interview, you know, there was screenshots of the article that she was in where she said, "Oh yeah, we are changing things for the better. We are doing this and that. And it's going to be lighter and fun." I can understand why she would need to say these things because she does work for Warner Brothers. If you go into your job, you can't just say what you feel like. You know, you're working for a company.
Yeah, Brown does things, you know.
Yeah. And now that she's away from Warner Brothers, it's possible that, you know, when she said my original tweet I was referring to Zack Snyder as well, what he was trying to do. I was a fan of that. If she's saying that now, you know, she might be kind of just trying to explain that.
Yeah.
You know, she was on his side all this time. So we don't know. You know, that's why I never got involved. I didn't say anything to her. I was kind of getting ready for a live stream when it happened. So yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it. I've never at somebody like that to just like trash them for no reason. Like, so, you know, I mean, I understand people are upset, but you know, I mean, it's not her fault. You know, I mean, it's everybody's fucking fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many executives. Yeah, too many cooks. But you know, like it was a bunch of people that are at fault. It wasn't just one person. It was a whole group of executives that thought it was a good idea to change the movie. You know, blame them. You know, don't even blame Josh Whedon. He was just doing what he was told, really, getting that paycheck. You know, I mean,
yeah.
I still don't like it, but still.
But yeah, the 2-hour runtime and the CG done a really bad Henry Cavill face. But I would imagine if, you know, going back, because we discussed it earlier about the Snyder Cut, but I would imagine if they did release the Snyder Cut, it would just be kind of a digital release, some
straight
maybe,
DVD.
You know, maybe Netflix could pick it up and say, hey, Netflix could say, fuck it, we'll make our own DC universe. Here's Man of Steel, Batman v Superman. the Snyder Cut, and now we're going to make our own DC films.
Yeah.
And we're hiding that. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I would love if they just released on the DC streaming service, give people a reason to buy the streaming service. You know, you give like something they can't get it anywhere else and stuff.
Exactly.
But they're re-releasing all the films. I mean, why not do a director's cut of Justice League, or at least something closer? I mean, put half the scenes back or something. Like, you know, you gotta give us something.
They got rid of scenes that didn't even need to get rid.
Yeah.
They didn't even need to get deleted for some reason.
A bunch of extended shots, like of Wonder Woman smiling right before she's about to like punch Steppenwolf. It's just like it's 2 seconds. They could have left it in. It would have been funny, you know. Like would have made it lighter, you know.
A tarp kind of flowing in the wind and covering Batman. Like, what the hell? Like, why did they had an amazing shot in this trailer?
Trailers,
Batman standing on the gargoyle, or the statue, and he just got removed. It's weird.
I've been watching fan edits of it. I mean, people do their best, but there's only so much you could do. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, you only have like little 10-second like trailer shots that you can put in. That's about it.
I watched a couple, and after that, it was just like, what's the point? Like, really?
I made my own. I made my own. Put my own music on it.
I was thinking of doing one, but then I'm just like, nah, never mind.
This is very hard work. I think it took like 3 weeks to actually do it. Did the same thing with Green Lantern too. I totally got. I mean, the movie could be a lot better if you take away some scenes and you put the deleted scenes in, add the extended cut scenes. I mean, you can make it better, but still, you can only make it so good, right?
Yeah, I've only watched it once, I think, so I wouldn't mind kind of rewatching it, but
I'll send you my cut. I'll send you my cut. It is better. It's not good. I mean, it's not like really good. I'm not an editor, but still, it's better. It's better than what the fuck we got.
Someone said they should, like DC, Warner Brothers, what they should have done was, if they wanted to make a DC universe, they should have gone with Dark Knight Rises, Superman Returns, Green Lantern, and gone from there. But people don't get it. Like Christopher Nolan said himself, he doesn't want his Batman being used in a universe. He just wanted to make a trilogy, and that was it. And Christian Bale was also the same.
Yeah, he never even mentioned another like superhero. It was only about Batman and his world and stuff like that. It never even mentioned Metropolis. I didn't think. So I mean, you only were talking about Gotham City the whole time, and that's about it. You know, he made that very clear. You know.
Oh, I got accused of being a Nolan cuck.
Oh yes, by a DC Future. What's his name? XD. You know that guy.
Future Warrior Express.
Yeah. Super long name. It's totally unnecessary.
I was like, what the? I don't even like. I can say, you know, I enjoy the Batman Nolan trilogy, right?
Oh yeah.
And there's things that I don't like, and you know, things could be better. And you know, you watch it as what Nolan did was he grounded it. He made it a bit more realistic. It's a crime drama action,
self-contained story. You know, it's just one thing. You know,
and that's all good. But I also love, you know, the more comic book version that Snyder's doing, or it was doing. Like even Joel Schumacher, right? As you know, Batman and Robin, fine. Batman and Robin.
He's admitted that.
Batman Forever. Yeah. Batman Forever was okay. Batman and Robin a bit all over the place.
It's still fun to watch. I mean, it's still hysterical. It's a hysterical movie. Like it's
and it is. It's very like, you know, very colorful. It's very, you know, almost MCU-esque, right?
I mean, it is. It really is.
Way before the MCU.
The joke every 2 seconds, and it's identical to an MCU.
Yeah. But then you've got this psycho, this YouTuber, right, Andre, and he's like, all these Nolan cucks, like Film Gob. I'm like, I'm not like, I can appreciate everything. I can appreciate all the different takes on these characters.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I said anything. I think I retweeted someone else's tweet or image, and he's just gone off on me. It's like, weird.
Nolanite, you Nolanite.
Nolan cuck. He's a fake ass DC fan. And the videos he does where he's like just surrounded by toys and like, man, you need to get a grip.
Yeah, man, it's a little crazy.
It comes across as a serial killer or something.
A little bit.
Have you been involved with any kind of any YouTube drama?
No. I mean, I think I made a video poking fun at Robert Storm. That's about it,
I used one of your clips in that video that I did.
Maurice.
The undoubted proof.
So good.
I can't stand it. Like, I understand they're playing the YouTube game. All these YouTubers, they want to be sensationalist and they want to rant, and then a few months later they're like, "Oh, I'm cool with this and that," and like you can't really say anything. You can't really be yourself on YouTube. You have to play it according to what YouTube wants.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't make something that's like over the top or ridiculous, I mean, most people probably aren't going to click on it. Really, you have to do some clickbaity title just to get people to click on it.
Yeah,
I try to avoid that stuff, but it's hard to not give in to the temptation, right? Of like putting some clickbaity title. But
that actually, like, I understand. Yeah, that actually kind of works because at least when you in the video, you explain what the title is and where you're coming from. As long as you do that, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I don't mind people doing that. It's just like you saw the video that I did on Robert Storm, so it's like just constant two-faced kind of
changes of opinions every video.
Flip-flopping.
Yeah, man. Let's keep it honest, right? Like, I can't say stuff to please people and stuff like that.
What other YouTubers are you kind of fan of? Who do you watch on a regular basis?
Oh, I was watching Film Junkie for a long time. Chris Wan, of course. There's this guy called LA Beast. Have you ever heard of him? He eats food. He eats food. He does these challenges. He'll eat like a whole watermelon, skin and all, like the whole thing. It's ridiculous. He's so funny. He's probably like he has like
there are channels I think on Twitch where people just eat their dinner and people watch.
That's crazy. I gotta see somebody doing something crazy. I gotta see like I think one video he ate what was it, 100 raw eggs or something like that. And he just threw it all up. Like he couldn't even handle it. So it was so funny. But yeah, I'll find crazy shit like that and I'll just watch it because it's hysterical. But yeah, Chris Wan is what I like to watch his videos. I like start my day with him because he uploads by the time I wake up. So he's always a positive person and stuff.
How about Ben's movie channel?
Ben's movie channel. What video did he do recently?
He does kind of a video similar to me.
I think I've seen it. I don't know if I'm subscribed though. I gotta check it. I'm subscribed to a bunch of channels.
Kevin Feige, he makes kind of fun of Kevin Feige and Marvel fans, and he plays different characters and impersonations. He's actually really good.
Yeah, I have to check him out. I might already be subscribed to him because I'm subscribed to like 50 channels. It's just like this huge list, But yeah, the main ones I go to are like you guys.
Comic movie marks.
Oh yeah, I was like an early subscriber of them. I think I subscribed when they were like at 30 people. And I'm like, these guys are great. These guys are fucking hysterical. Yeah, I've been trying to push their channel too. They've been growing about the same rate as I do, so it's pretty awesome. If you saw their Zack Snyder myth video, they fucking broke down every reason why everybody's wrong about Zack Snyder. It was great.
So just saying, anytime you see someone bitching, moaning about Snyder, just
send that
video in there.
Yeah.
there's a channel called Flashback. I think it's Flashback Filmmaking.
Yeah.
Like the kind of Snyder Cut, kind of the timeline and things like that. So again, anytime someone says, "Oh, there's no Snyder Cut," just show them that.
Show that whole channel. So if I can, whole channel dedicated to showing that there's a Snyder Cut. Yeah. What channels do you watch on a regular basis?
Those ones mainly. Let's see. As much as I love to hate Grace Randolph, I do watch her channel.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of her videos. I mean, there was a time when I used to watch her all the time, like with AMC Movie Talk and stuff like that. And I would go to her videos, watch all of her videos. I just kind of like fell off, you know. I mean, I still will watch it time to time, but you know, I don't see every video she puts up.
So apart from that, I've not watched anything by Collider, by John Campia, any of these kind of those channels that I used to watch. Not watched anything. Don't care what they're up to. So I mean, sometimes people will tweet me, hey, here's something stupid they said, and I'll watch it. I'm like, so what? Either they're saying it, just to kind of get the attention, get the clicks and views, but not really care. Don't really care what they're up to. Apart from those channels we've talked about, usually I'm a big tech fan, so I like tech, stuff like Unbox Therapy or kind of just channels that review technology, anything smartphones, TVs, things like that.
Did Film Junkie used to do an Android show or something like that? He used to talk about like Android products and stuff. Like
really?
Yeah, like years ago. Like that's the first thing he used to do on YouTube and stuff. Barely anybody watched, but like still like that's where he's coming from.
So I mean, this is the only channel the Film Gob is the only channel I've had. I was thinking of starting a new one, which would be because I can speak Hindi, for the Indian language. So I could do a channel in that because that is huge at the moment. And India is huge on YouTube just now. And I think I saw one or two like kind of big DC fans over there. So I might subscribe and check them out. But I was thinking of doing something completely unrelated to films. Maybe do a tech channel. Maybe do a Bollywood reacts channel.
Yeah.
But because I can speak the language, my family is from the kind of Pakistan. So could be something to look into. I might start a second channel.
Go for it. I mean, I'm sure you'll get a lot of people carried over from your main channel, right?
Well, there's a few who speak this kind of language, so I guess they would, yeah.
I mean, that's always good to have a starting point, right? You're gonna have people watching the videos no matter what.
Because sometimes either me or Shorty McShortbread, the other one.
Is he gonna make an appearance right now?
No. I'm keeping him in his box.
In his box. Lock that box.
And so sometimes he did a trailer reaction to a Bollywood film, and people came, but I didn't want to keep on doing it because then obviously that messes with your YouTube algorithm, and YouTube sees that, hey, this guy's suddenly doing Indians kind of reactions, like what the hell. So I might do a separate channel for that. We'll see.
How long have you been doing this Film Gob channel again? Was it 3 years?
Yeah, about 2-3 years. Yeah.
Pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome channel.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said earlier, I'm kind of a bit all over the place with my content, and so I'm trying to keep it consistent now. Just doing usual kind of news stuff and maybe a little bit of comedy here and there. But I really don't want to do kind of mashing up, slagging other channels like I used to. It gets a bit boring after a while. It's a bit too much drama as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of editing too. I mean, that Robert Storm video was it took 5 hours to edit it.
I don't know. I've not said this before, but maybe in 2 years, I would probably want to. I wouldn't say I would delete my channel, but just kind of stop uploading maybe in 2 years, 3 years, see how it goes.
Yeah, take a break.
Well,
just stop altogether.
either stop altogether or take a break. Yeah, because it's such a grind. Because you probably know how it is. Like just constant. You need to be any news breaks. You need to get on the news straight away. You said it earlier.
Yeah.
If you're not, then it's.
And I'm usually like 5 days late on the. I'm usually late too. I have to get like the effort up, like the energy up to actually make a video. Some days I'm like not totally in it at all,
Yeah.
I don't even want to like do it sometimes, but sometimes I really do.
Like early this year, January, February, I just had no interest. But there's a guy, Super Nerd Video. He has his own channel, and I just said to him, "Hey, can you do some videos on my channel? Like, can I upload some of your videos over on Film Gob?" He said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." Yeah. So he recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and he was like, "Thanks for putting my videos on your channel." So I was like, "Cool." So we kind of helped each other out. But while I kind of got over my kind of mental block. Yeah. So he has another channel that's quite good, Super Nerd Video.
Yeah, I've checked out.
He's quite consistent. He puts out a video every day or two.
Yeah. I can't be that consistent. I try to do like at least 2 a week, maybe. Like.
Because if you're doing a video a day, you don't really have that much to talk about. It's like unless you want to recycle news that or you kind of come up with an idea where you just kind of talk about stuff. Yeah. And even then, you have to talk about 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I try to avoid it as much as possible. I try to avoid talking about the same thing over and over. Yeah. That's why I kind of slowed down doing Snyder Cut videos, because I was just like saying the same thing over and over. It's real. Like no shit. Like.
I mean, if I've got a really good idea, I'll do it. And but I think it's just about consistency, and if you're having fun, do it.
Yeah,
that's the kind of mindset I'm going to be in from now.
Well, this has been an awesome podcast so far.
Pretty awesome. Probably leave it there. We'll probably end it here then.
Yeah, it's a good spot to stop. But yeah, that's it for now, man.
Okay, take care.
Take care, man. If you like this volume of the DCEU podcast, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Just wanted to give another special thank you to our guest, Film Gob, and hopefully we'll have more guests in the future podcasts to come. And hope you all enjoyed listening to this. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.